Hello everyone, good evening. Today I have come live suddenly. It is not pre planned live. You can ask anything regarding English language, English grammar. It could be anything about my personal life. I can answer you all. First of all, let me know in the comment section, am I properly visible, audible? Is my voice coming clearly or not? I cannot see any messages. Please comment me in the comment section so that I can know you. Who are you? Okay, dear friends. So I am going to share you about the importance of learning this language. Okay, someone has messaged me 12 Gore. Deep, okay, Dipanjan, Hare Krishna. So please tell me 12 Dor, Dipanjan, from where are you connecting and how are you all? So, okay, dear friends, so I'm going to share about the importance of learning language. So everybody knows that English is a international language. So we have to learn this language for the reason of connecting, for the reason of communicating with the people, not only in India but abroad also. If you want to go abroad, if you want to go to the southern side of India, you have to communicate with the people only in English because you don't know their Tamil or Telugu language. Okay, and it's not possible for everybody to learn all the native languages of our country. And as English is a common language, professional language, international language, so it's very much good, it's very much beneficial for everybody. And we, with the help of this language, we can communicate easily with the other countries people. And it is a professional language because in our job field, in our uh, whatever field you are doing work, so you have to communicate with the people only in English language. And if you want to do any tasks on online, so you have to do all the tasks only in English. Without English, so I think you cannot survive also. And learning English is not only a language. Nowadays it has become a vast language. So if you can speak this language, people will start giving you respect, and people will start thinking that you are very smart, intelligent person. So you have to learn this language effectively, efficiently. And nowadays, and English, learning English is not a rocket science. Okay, so you have to just keep on practicing on a regular basis. And if you don't know about the basic grammar of learning this language, so you just Google it, or you can either follow any YouTube channels, and you can ask me also in my in this comment section if you have any doubt regarding any grammar topic. So I just try to answer to all your questions regarding, it could be any grammar related, language related, or it could be my personal life. Birendra Kohli. Okay. How are you, Birendra Kohli? How are you all? From where are you talking to? And I have been learning this language. There are multiple reasons behind learning this language, and I just started my learning this language before 6 months ago, and since then I have been trying to learn this language. And nowadays I am being able to express my ideas, thoughts in a very good manner, efficiently, effectively than before also. Because in my schooling times I had a wish, I just cherished to speak this language, but due to not having speaking partner, due to not having proper environment, neither at home, neither at school, neither at home or school. Because at that time you can resonate with me that English had been taught as a subject, not as a language. And at that time, no, there was no any smartphone. Okay, so we didn't have any idea about speaking this language, the importance of this, especially uh, of this English language. So that's why I was not able to express myself properly in this English language. And at that time, I always took myself back foot, especially in college after getting admission. But nowadays, with the help of this smartphone, with my continuous hard work, efforts, because on a daily basis, I just put in a lot of effort to express myself in a effectively, in a good way. Okay, so if you want to speak this language, so if you wanna be very good speaker, advanced speaker, you should have a very strong mindset. Okay, without strong mindset, and the most important part is that you should have a very strong why. Okay, you should have a very strong reason behind learning this language. If you don't have a strong reason, so you cannot motivate yourself to learn this language. So that's why you should have a very strong reason. And my strong reason is that I am a school teacher and I want to upgrade my teaching styles, and I want to be the better version of myself than before also. And being a father, and I'm blessed with a son, and my son is studying in class 1. I want to give him the proper English speaking environment at home, so that he in his near future cannot cannot face any troublesome. Okay, especially in this language. So that's why I just try to hone my speaking skill, polish my speaking skill. I want to take my English to the next level. Okay, and I want to be proficient in this, especially in the speaking language, and I have a lot of desires also. After achieving my fluency, after achieving my proficiency, especially in this English language, and I want to do something better in my life also. That's why I'm learning this language. And as English is a vast language, okay, so you cannot say that you have known everything, you have knowledge everything. You cannot say that you are omniscient. Okay, so and I just enjoy learning this language, speaking this language. I love to interact with most of the people who learn us on a daily basis, because it's not only about English language. If you try to connect with the many people, if you try to take sessions with most of the people, you get to learn about their cultures, about their ideas. Okay, so most of the things you get to learn by just having conversation on a daily basis. So that's why I love interacting with people on a daily basis. And as I have mentioned you earlier that English has become a skill also. So I want to master over this speaking skill, and I want to add some values in my personal or professional career. I want to give something better to my students. So let me know in the comment section. Do you have any strong reason to learn this language? And if you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe my channel also, so that I can get motivation from your side. And if you have any queries, any doubt regarding English language, literature, grammar, it could be anything. So please do comment me in the comment section. Those who are watching this live session, please try to hit the like button, so that YouTube will recommend my videos to most of the audience. Okay, so I'm going to share another thing is that nowadays people can understand this language. People can read anything, read any book. People can write anything. So the main problem is that they cannot express themselves. They are unable to speak this language. So do you have these types of problems? Are you stuck at this basic English? So if you are among those types of learners, beginners, so I'm going to share about the remedial. What should we do to get rid of this problem? Okay, so if you can understand, read, write, but if you are not able to speak this language, so what should we do? So this problem, first of all, we have to accept that English is just a language, okay, and it's not a rocket science. And to learn any language, it takes time. Okay, it's not that it's a subject you can cover up in a single night or in a day or in a week. It takes time, minimum 6 months. It could be 1 year, 2 years. It's totally up to you. How much efforts you are putting in yourself, it's totally up to you, according to your uh, basic knowledge, according to your IQ, according to your hard works, right? So you have to accept this thing. And really, if you have a very strong mindset, if you are very dedicated, and if you are very confident, and if you are very persistent, consistent, so nothing can stop you to learn this language. Before that, you have to be very consistent, diligent, and you have to be very confident also, because if you try to learn anything out of the box in your life, so people around you always try to down you, demotivate you, but you should not take yourself back from your own position. Okay, always you have to move yourself forward, irrespective of the thinking of the people around you. You don't need to think of the people, because it's your life. You are going to do something new in your own life, so you don't need to pay attention to the other people, because it's own life. If you do something good in your life, so definitely it will bring back the good in your life. Okay, and you are responsible, you are own responsible if you are if you do something good in your own life. But most of the people always trying to demotivate you, down you. And while speaking this language, sometimes also you will make mistake, and making mistake is not a big deal. It's a very common thing, natural thing. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. Everybody makes mistakes, because we are human being, and being a human being, mistakes are always allowed. Okay, we are not god, and nobody is perfect in this own world. So we should not give too much importance about making mistakes. Okay, and at the scratch, at the very beginning of learning anything, it's not only about English learning. So if you do something, do in your own life, sometimes also you make mistakes. But you have to keep in mind one thing, that making mistakes is very common thing, but you have to rectify your own mistakes over on a daily basis. Okay, you have to make sure that the same mistakes is not happen all the time. Okay, you have to correct yourself. So what I'm going to say that you have to just keep on speaking this language. First of all, you have to listen to podcast, motivational videos, native speaker. Okay, in which field you just have interest. You have to pay attention. You have to listen to that this kinds of content. Okay, because your you don't have too much vocabulary. Okay, and you have to consume the content, English content, because your input is zero. Okay, I'm talking about the problem of beginners, not about the advanced speakers. If you are a beginner, you can resonate with my with this video. So the main problem of the beginners is that their input is zero. So if you don't have input, if you don't have vocabulary in your knowledge, so how can you give output? How can you express yourself in a better way, efficiently, effectively? So you cannot expect these things. So first of all, you have to give importance on your input. Input means you have to listen to podcast videos, you have to watch these types of content. And output means you have to speak this language. Okay, so if you don't have input, so you cannot give your output. So first of all, you have to feel your input, and then you have to express, right? You have to speak. So don't worry about making mistakes. So everybody makes mistakes. So our if you speak this language on a daily basis, you will get rid of your fumbleness, hesitation. Okay, so I had these types of problem also in my earlier times, while having taking conversation in my earlier times, because as far as my I can remember that while taking conversation in my first video, I used to fumble a lot. I used to hesitate. I used to feel myself underconfident. These types of problems I used to have in my earlier times, but nowadays I can express myself easily. I can convey my ideas in a very effectively, efficiently, and I can speak in front of many people. I don't have any nervousness. I don't feel any nervousness. Okay, and side by side, you have to add. You have to increase your vocabulary power by reading a lot of books, like children's story books, like any. It could be any books. Okay, fiction books or non-fiction books, so whatever you have interest in, any kinds of books, you just go for these kinds of books. Okay, English lovers kisko, nice. Okay, okay, brother, how are you after a long time? So we have to think out of the box. If you want to do something good in your life, if you want to change your your luck, you have to do something better, and your thoughts should be out of the box, not like the average people. Because most of the people are running behind the same track. But if you want to do something better in your life, you have to do something different. Okay, so this is my funda. Because I am settled, I am established, I am a teacher, I can earn money, but I am not satisfied with my speaking skill. I want to enhance my communication skill, I want to enhance my speaking skill, I want to take my English to the next level. Because I don't have any issues reading, writing, understanding, making my students understand. I can solve any grammatical problem easily. But the problem is that I am not so much fluent in this language. So I want to be a fluent speaker. So that's why right now I am here. I want to speak this language in effectively, efficiently, on a daily basis. So the secret of speaking this language is that you have to speak this language on a daily basis. And the most important thing I would like to say that uh, we the beginners, okay, always try to think in our mother tongue. Okay, so we have to change our uh, thinking process. Okay, so if you want to enhance your thinking power, if you want to mm, if you want to do if you want to change your thinking power, like so whatever activities we do in a daily basis from dawn to dusk, so we have to think, like suppose let's suppose that I just wake up at 6 o'clock, 5 or 5:30 o'clock, because I am an early bird. I always wake up after at 5 o'clock. Okay, after waking up, after getting up, I always make my bed, and then I brush my teeth, and after that I go to the park, do some jogging, do some free hand exercise, and after that I go to the market. I go to the market for buying some vegetables, and after returning from the market, I have some breakfast. So these kinds of things you have to think. Okay, you don't need to translate in your own mother tongue, from your mother tongue to English. You have to think the activities only in English. But these habits not only comes in a single day, and it does not happen overnight. Okay, on a daily basis, on a gradually it will increase your thinking process. So you have to think like that. And we the learners, most of the people like to think that, so we can understand, we can read write easily, but these types of people, they don't take actions. Okay, so we always try to give some complaints about ourselves. Okay, that we are trying a lot, we are trying a lot means not properly. Okay, you are not trying properly, so you have to think it positively, you have to think it, and you should have a very strong mindset, because we human beings have 24 hours in a day. So whatever job you are doing, whatever field, whatever in the field you are, so you have to give 100%. Okay, so I also don't have any free time. Little bit free time I have. In my leisure time I do play cricket, but nowadays I have shifted my leisure time by practicing this language. So you have to do also these kinds of things, because now your motto is to enhance your speaking skill, not only just only reading, not only just writing. Ultimately you have to speak this language, so you have to give time for your speaking 70%. Okay, 1 hour or 2 hour you have to give to yourself. English with Mokasi. Hi sir, good evening, how are you doing after a long time? How is your life treating? Okay, so uh, we have to take action to speak this language. We don't need to just keep on giving complaints to ourselves. Okay, so we have to think in a very positive way all the time. We have to be very optimistic, not pessimistic, because there are many ups and downs in our life. So but we should be very positive all the time. If you want to do something better in your life, you have to think out of the box, and you must be crazy to speak this language, because without being crazy you cannot uh, gain success in a very short span of time. It will take a lot of time. Sometimes my family members always think that you are crazy to speak this language. So I always say to my family members that yes, I am crazy, because I want to speak this language. I want to be a very uh, fluent speaker in this English language, because my subject is English. So I must be crazy to speak this language, because this is my subject. Okay, and I want to speak this language. So you also must be crazy to speak this language, and every day you have to give to speak this language. You have to give proper time to enhance your speaking skill, not by just reading all the time, or by scrolling YouTube, or surfing the net all the time. You don't need to while your own time by doing nothing. You have to give your time in a proper way. English with Mokasi. I'm doing excellent. I'm doing excellent, fantastic. I'm as fit as a fiddle. And what about you, sir? How is your life treating? And another problem the beginners always face that they they just stuck while having conversation with someone else. They just stuck. They are unable to continue their conversation. So does this problem happen with you? So I think these types of problem happens with everyone. Sometimes also I also face this problem. So I have realized that, so if you want to enhance your vocabulary power, so you have to think in a different way. Okay, you don't need to mug up the words from dictionary. So this is a very wrong way. You don't need to mug up. What we do, what we need to do, we need to read some books, some newspapers, and we need to watch some very good content. It could be English podcast, motivational videos, or any movies, or any it could be any cartoons. Okay, by watching these types of videos, by reading any book, you have to take a notebook and you have to just note down, jot down any new word, and you have to write down side by side their synonyms, antonyms, and their usage. And you have to incorporate all these things in your daily conversation, daily while. So by this way you will improve your vocabulary power. But you have to keep in mind one thing, that you have to use these types of word in your daily conversation, otherwise you will forget. Okay, in a very short span of time you will definitely forget, because without incorporating you cannot remember these types of words for a very long time. Yes sir, I am also doing great. That's great sir. So how is your practice going on, tell me. Okay, so you have to deliberately use these types of words in your conversation. While taking conversation with someone else, you have to deliberately use, and you have to jot down the new words and their synonyms usage, and in a day maybe two three words you have to learn. Okay, first of all, you have to learn your surrounding words, your surroundings vocabulary. Then you have to learn the vocabulary regarding your job profile. Yes. So daily you have to learn something new. Okay, so after a while I am going to end this live session. So before leaving this live session, so I must say that English is a very good and very beautiful language. Everybody must learn this language for not only themselves, uh, for the next generation of ours. So we have to learn this language. Okay, and so already mentioned that if you want to go abroad, if you want to go to the outside of our country, or also sometimes in India also. So, and even in the job field also, sometimes you have to communicate with the people also. Even in the meeting, uh, you have to precise. Sometimes you have to say something about your job, about your performance. Okay, so you have to know this language, and you have to also understand what the other people are saying. So that's why you have to learn this language, and it's a beautiful language. And online every task is done nowadays only in this English language. So if you don't know, if you can't speak this language, so you will suffer a lot. Okay, so sometimes also it will be very difficult to survive. That's why you have to learn this language, and it's not that it's a very cup of tea. Okay, but what we need, we need to do practice on a daily basis. And if you don't have any speaking partner, so you should not worry about it, because nowadays we have smartphones, and everything is at our fingerprints. Okay, by just by just clicking on the on our phone, we can get everything at our hands. So we have a lot of apps also, we have a lot of uh, lots of resources to learn this language. So we should not worry about it, we have to grab these facilities. And by learning this language, by speaking this language, you can take your life to the next level. You can take your English to the next level. You can hone your English, you can polish your English. Okay, and if you can do, because I'm feeling great now, I'm feeling amazing after speaking this language, because most of the I can speak to the people in front of anyone. I can communicate with the people even from abroad also. So I'm feeling great, amazing. That's why I want you also to speak this language. Okay, it will give you a great feeling to speak this language. Okay, so dear friends, so I think that this is the right time to end this live sessions, because I haven't had my dinner. After ending this live session, I'll take my dinner. Okay, dear friends. So bye for now. Good night, and keep practicing and keep learning on a daily basis, and try to support me by subscribing my channel, and try to like this video, try to share this video to everyone. Okay, so bye for now. Good night, and see you very soon.